August 22nd, 1998, hailed by Ring Magazine as the fight of the year.
Putting a big hook by Gatti. That got Robinson's attention, and Robinson is right back.
Iron-jawed Arturo Gatti takes on Ivan Robinson. Strategy takes a back seat as the lightweights go toe-to-toe.
Gatti digging to the body. Robinson firing back in time.
Gatti versus Robinson, next.
I'm Dave Bontempo. Glad you're joining us. And this an excellent battle. The return of Gatti. As first we'll see Ivan Robinson coming in here. Robinson 25-2, 10 knockouts. And comes in here as about a 4-1 underdog. Losses to Philip Holliday and then Israel Cardona in back-to-back fights. Comes in after that with victories over Desi Ford and Manuel De Leon. Robinson was going to fight Shane Mosley a couple months ago, then sustained an injury and found himself with Arturo Gatti instead. Robinson based in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He has been boxing since 1992. Gold medalist at the Canada Cup while an amateur. A silver medal at the 1990 Goodwill Games. And a member of the U.S. national team from 1989 to 1992. And he was lost in the Olympic trials. Now, his opponent is making his way in now. Arturo Gatti, just about the most exciting fighter in the sport today. Just go back over his 2 wins over Tracy Harris Patterson. An intense 1996 battle over Wilson Rodriguez. His excellent fight against Gabriel Ruelas right here in 1997, in which he sustained 17 unanswered punches. Was on the verge of getting beat and then came back for the victory. Gatti 29-2, 24 knockouts. If you never have had the pleasure of watching Gatti fight, you are in for a treat with this.
From the ballroom of the Atlantic City Boardwalk Convention Center, in the red corner to my right, wearing the blue trunks with the gold trim, he weighs in at 135 3/4 pounds with a professional record of 25 victories, 2 defeats, and 10 wins coming by way of knockout. He hails from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, introducing mighty Ivan Robinson. His opponent in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks, weighing 136 pounds, with a professional record of 29 victories, 2 defeats, 24 wins coming by way of knockout. He boxes out of Jersey City, New Jersey, ranked number 7 in the world by the Budweiser ratings of Fight Game magazine, former IBF junior lightweight champion of the world, Arturo Thunder Gatti. 10 rounds, lightweights.
I've received the same instructions. I expect you to be my command. I want a good, clean break and protect yourself at all times. Keep your punches up, touch gloves, and good luck, fellas.
Go on now, Martin.
And we're ready to go. Ivan Robinson and Arturo Gatti. Gatti's first fight since the loss to Angel Man Freddy for a nasty cut in the first round. Hampered him throughout. And Ivan Robinson, a good boxer, will need to box here. Gatti, for the last 3 years, always mentioned in Fight of the Year conversation. He's won the award in those. Robinson starts off with the jab. And a good right hand by Robinson. Good hook by Gatti. Two nice jabs by Ivan Robinson. Gatti with his jab. Gatti known for an excellent hook, and he goes to the body very well. Two nice jabs by Ivan Robinson. Gatti missing with a bomb with the right hand. Robinson with two nice punches. And a hook by Robinson, and another hook. Ivan Robinson starting quickly in the first minute against Arturo Gatti. Gatti nicknamed the Human because of all the exciting fights he makes, all the punches he takes. And Robinson certainly scoring with a good majority of his in the early going. Ivan Robinson setting the stage with the jab. He missed with the hook. Gatti with enormous power. Robinson says no, that left hook did not score, and lands 7 punches of his own. Must be something about Gatti that brings out the excitement in everybody. Robinson is known as a boxer, and yet he's opened up with a very exciting pace here. Now Gatti settles in, and a big hook by Gatti. That got Robinson's attention, and Robinson is right back. Good start to this one. The game plan for Robinson was to box and try to not make this be so exciting, but Robinson voluntarily has turned this into a war. Robinson with an uppercut. Gatti stalking the hook by Gatti. He did not get all of it. There's an excellent hook to the body by Gatti. The uppercut, big hook by Gatti, and Robinson took those. Gatti coming back. Robinson lands a few. What an excellent start between Gatti and Robinson. And the bell will get in the way. And they retreat to their corners. What a beautiful first round.
Di Serrano sour, Di Serrano martini.
Di Serrano on the rocks.
Di Serrano on the rocks. Coming up.
Di Serrano's warm and sensual taste makes you wish it would never end. Di Serrano, you can pass the pleasure around.
Ivan Robinson at the end of round one opened up with the uppercut. Gatti blocked some, but some got through. Robinson with as much fury as we've seen in recent bouts. Second round action scheduled for 10. Ivan Robinson in the blue trunks. Arturo Gatti in the black. We're at the Atlantic City Convention Center. This is Dave Bontempo reporting ringside. And the fans chanting for Gatti. Robinson from Philadelphia, 60 miles away. Gatti based in Jersey City, New Jersey, just a couple hours north. So an excellent draw here in Atlantic City. And the hook by Gatti. Gatti said that Robinson reminded him of Calvin Grove, who had come up from the featherweight ranks to fight Gatti. And although Grove landed numerous flush right hands, he could not hurt Gatti. Robinson landed his share of good right hands in the first round. Gatti has walked through them. Gatti trying to get his hook started. Gatti digging the body. Now the hook. Gatti in his perennial stalking mode. A hook to the body by Gatti. He never gets cheated with anything. Robinson flirting with the idea of going southpaw. Then thought better of it. And Gatti digs the body. Again with the right hand, and Robinson counters. More infighting in round 2 from Ivan Robinson. Gatti pushes him off. Robinson lunging. Now he's a little bit wild. Gatti lands a couple. Robinson comes back. Robinson landing flush shots here. Big shots by Robinson. An uppercut. Gatti walks through them. A chin like a stone wall. Well, he needs every bit of it. Robinson slapping with his punches. Well, to take a look at the left eye of Gatti, that is where Robinson has landed many shots. We'll see if that swells up as we go.
This SportsCenter update is brought to you by General Motors and all its divisions.
Hi again, Rod Smith back in the SportsCenter newsroom. Join me for the early edition of SportsCenter in 90 minutes time at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. We will hear from Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment President Richard Petty reacting to a Toronto Sun article today that quoted Petty saying the hiring of John Ferguson Jr. was a mistake.
He got it completely what I said. I don't retract anything that I said, but he put it in context and set the whole story. Headlines, as we know, are not written by the writers. They're written by someone else at the newspapers, and they sensationalize that small portion of it.
And the Leafs are taking on the Montreal Canadiens at the Air Canada Centre in Toronto. Watch it, part of a doubleheader. And the NHL on TSN tonight with Todd Bertuzzi make his return to Vancouver in the nightcap. It all gets going at 7:30 Eastern, available in HD.
Opening most packaging can be a painful struggle, but not with the new Benchmark Safe Cut, only at Home Hardware and Home Hardware Building Center. The easy-to-use Safe Cut makes opening virtually any package safer and hassle-free. Open cello packs, CDs, snack packs, all instantly with the Safe Cut. Pick up a Benchmark Safe Cut today and never struggle with packaging again. Just $9.97. Only at Home Hardware.
Help is close to home.
December 8th and 9th, a curling tradition returns to TSN with big-time excitement live from Casino-Rama. 100 grand is up for grabs at the Casino-Rama Curling Skins Game. The star-studded lineup features defending Briar and world champion Glenn Howard, 7-time skins winner Wayne Madar, Olympic gold medalist Brad Gushue, and defending skins champion Kevin Martin. Live from the first Canadian casino to install a curling ice service, the Casino-Rama Curling Skins Game, December 8th and 9th on TSN.
Why do you do that? Take your time, okay? You're still at home, okay? You listen to me. You hear what I'm saying? Open up. Be patient. Go down the middle. Bang, bang. 1, 2. Swallowed up. Win the fight with a jab and the right hand uppercut.
Watch the right hand of Gatti on its downward arc, catching Robinson for the knockdown. And Robinson slipped as well.
Gotti, stay there, baby.
Robinson slipped right after he was getting hit with the grazing blow to the head. So the knockdown is ruled. If you just touch your opponent even slightly as he gets tangled in his own feet and goes down, you get credit for a knockdown. that's what happens with Gatti in round 4. So we start the 5th. Gatti scoring to the body again. Told between rounds by his corner that he was hurrying this, not being patient. Just doesn't seem that patience would be part of this guy's reputation.
The hook over here got to come up.
To make him more effective. As Gatti comes in, lands 2 left hooks. Robinson with an uppercut, then a nice 2-punch combination. Gatti lunging, not jabbing his way in, and thus is a bigger target for the counter.
What we got here? Break. Step out. I'm here. Let's step out.
Gatti with a hook. Jab here by Robinson. Gatti closing ground. Showing a little bit of the jab here in this round. Then leading into an uppercut, then a hook. Right hand to the body, left hand went a little low for Gatti. Gatti blocks the hook, then takes the right hand. Robinson fighting in close rather than jabbing. He figures he can do more damage in here. As he turns, gets away some quick combinations. Squares up. When Robinson squares up, he's neither a righty or a lefty at that point. He'll sacrifice some power for speed.
Now watch his head. Okay, stop it. Watch his head when you go in there, okay? Let's go. Let's go.
Robinson landing enough shots here. In on Gatti.
Watch that head in there.
Portion of the round. So Gatti stalking, takes a jab, unloads a hook. Robinson goes southpaw. Gatti with some arm punching here. As we come to the end of the 5th round, we're halfway through in a barn burner.
Behold, the power of Phantom. Gillette Fusion Power is so advanced you barely feel the blades. Shaving can create uncomfortable friction. Turn on Fusion Power. Soothing micropulses help you reduce friction and increase razor glide. You'll barely feel the blades. You'll really feel the difference. The comfort of 5 blades plus the precision of 1. Fusion Power Phantom. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Oh, I got this head. Close your eyes. Okay. Oh, don't blow your nose. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Don't worry about that. Put your input now.
Okay.
Look, take your time, okay? Okay. All right, nice and easy, baby. Look.
I don't want them to fall through.
Hey, I told you.
No. You got to turn, Ivan. Easy when you give them angles. You give them angles and then the combinations they go. That's it.
All right.
Make
Deep
it
breath,
easy.
man. Deep breath. It broke store for the people out there. They can't help you if you get the phone. You got to keep your mind on this fight. Get you real. Get on your stuff, okay? Don't walk it out. Give me my piece.
Seconds out.
We start round 6. Arturo Gatti and Ivan Robinson. From the Boardwalk in Atlantic City, New Jersey, I'm Dave Bontempo. Glad you're joining us as we get some maintenance done on the ropes. And we are set now. Second half of the fight underway, and Gatti couldn't wait to get to Robinson after they touched the gloves. Robinson doing some good pesky work on the inside after slipping Gatti's big punches. From Gatti's perspective, he has landed a good number of big shots. Hooks to the body, hooks to the head, and he scored a knockdown in round 4 with a great Robinson as Robinson was tangled. Robinson complaining of a low blow. Gatti with a hook. Gatti open. And Robinson hooks. Robinson trying to jab, keep Gatti off. But his temptation is to go inside.
Hey, okay, come on,
He's had some success there.
Come on, fellas.
And even though on paper, that's not where Robinson wanted to be, he's proven to be pretty quick on the inside. But you would like to be able to move on Gatti. Show him, make him come to you.
All right, stop punching. I got you. Let him out.
So we're seeing a little bit more of the technical aspect here in round 6, as opposed to the explosive nature of some earlier rounds. Both fighters boxing, they're both using their jab, and perhaps pacing themselves for their run down the stretch. Big hook by Robinson. He opens up a couple of hooks. Gatti just takes it and holds on. Gatti figured Robinson would not have the power to hurt him. Robinson has changed the course of this round in a hurry. Robinson with some tremendous shots here on Gatti. These are flush bombs, and now Robinson gets rocked. Here comes Gatti. Does Gatti have enough time? Big right hand, and Robinson in deep trouble. Referee taking a look. Fans are screaming as Gatti tries to finish Robinson here. A quiet first half of the round. An explosive finish. What excitement from Gatti and Robinson. Fans give that one a standing ovation. Robinson going to work with a nice hook. Then a hook from the squared up stance. Gatti tied him up there. Then Gatti scores with the right. So a quiet first half of the 6th, an explosive second half. And we know in the 7th round here with Robinson trying to vary his fight plan against Gatti here, who just ran out of time in round 6. We're at the Convention Center in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I'm Dave Bontempo. Ivan Robinson landing flush shots here on Arturo Gatti. Gatti already with one knockdown to his credit. Keeps coming on. Gatti with the hook. Robinson counters. Robinson with some uppercuts. Robinson is not a knockout artist, but he's trying to fight like one. He's 25-2 with 10 knockouts. But because of the way Gatti is set up defensively, Robinson is gambling here. Gatti is only too happy to have Robinson fight that way. What may surprise him is how well Robinson has done with a few of his punches. Robinson with uppercuts. Gatti holding on. Gatti expected to get hit with some flush shots by Robinson. What might be surprising to his people is that he's been tying up Ivan Robinson after he gets hit. Robinson is not a heavy puncher. But you give a guy enough chances, and even somebody not known to be a knockout artist will have a chance for a knockout. But here is Gatti now coming on, final minute of round 7. They push, they tie up, and Gatti gets another warning. Referee Morton trying not to dominate the fight, but maintain discipline. Gatti comes on, and he went low there by mistake. He was off balance. Good hook by Robinson. Well, as we come to the end of the round 7, nobody was seriously rocked. Nobody hurt in round 7. Kind of a shame, isn't it? These guys have gone back and forth, and they've got 3 more rounds to go.
On the bell, fellas. Time, okay. Good, good, good.
How is everything?
Perfect. Boston Pizza. You're among friends.
The NFL is on TSN. Sunday mornings kickoff with NFL Countdown at 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific. Then Sunday night, NFL Football Night in America. Mondays, our NFL coverage starts with Monday Night Countdown at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Followed by the one, the only Monday Night Football. SportsCenter keeps you on top of the latest with analysis from the best in the business, including Jesse Palmer, Chris Schultz, and Chris Berman. The games, the analysis, the experts. The NFL is on TSN.
That's nice and easy. Nice and Arturo, buddy, you gotta go in behind the jab, okay? You can't go in empty, okay? You hear what I'm saying? Behind that shoulder and behind the jab. I know you're tired, but you gotta be good behind that shoulder, okay? Don't give him nothing. When he starts firing, I want you tick-tock, okay? You okay? Come on now. Only a couple rounds, baby. A couple rounds. It's anybody's fight now. Anybody's fight. Put it on the front. Okay. Something in the corner. Okay, mouthpiece. Next round. Seconds out. You know.
And exhausted Arturo Gatti walks out for the beginning of round 8 against Ivan Robinson. Gatti being told between rounds, come in behind your jab. Don't go in empty. Certainly has come in empty and paid the price against Ivan Robinson. Robinson staying in there with Gatti. And now the battle of jabs. What will Gatti go to off the jab? He's got an excellent hook.
I agree. Come on, we don't work out of there. Let's go.
He has scored a knockdown with a right hand in this fight.
Back behind him, please. Okay, let's keep it going. Watch him here.
Punches seem to be coming more slowly now as these weary battlers go 1 minute into round 8. They did set a quick pace early. And Robinson in an excellent position from the standpoint that he's close enough. You would figure that points could get him this. He just can win the rounds. He doesn't have to knock Gatti out.
Let him up. Come on. Back up. Okay?
Yet Robinson hasn't done as much boxing as we've seen in other fights. He's preferred to be on the inside, slugging, squaring up, trying to get more punches off. takes a hook, lands a right hand, then takes another hook. Good right hand by Gatti, and a good one back by Robinson, but it just did not have as much on it. Now Robinson jabbing, that's what he needs. Good tactical adjustments by both fighters over the course of this one. As now Robinson starting to use the ring. Gatti trying to run him down, scores with a right hand. Another good right hand by Gatti.
Stop punching, walk out, walk him out.
Gatti takes a jab. Robinson gambles with a right hand that came up short, but he did get out of the way.
Hey, okay, walk it out, walk it out.
So Robinson able to turn this into a little bit more boxing in round 8 up until now. We've got 2 rounds to go. Gatti and Robinson.
We got 2 more rounds, okay? 2 more rounds. Okay. You okay? No one here. Hey. You okay? Immediately, give me. Come on. Come on. Guys, you fight too close and you let it go. Okay. Easy, baby. This bum can't beat you. You get busy, get the movement, and get your angles. You understand? All right, second out.
Gatti teeing off here. Good right hand. Robinson comes back, but Gatti has the bigger firepower. Robinson got his in. It just did not have the same effect. 2 rounds to go. Gatti and Robinson. Arturo Gatti in the black trunks opens up with the uppercut in round 9. Fight coming to you from the Atlantic City Convention Center. I'm Dave Fontempo. Ringside action here as Gatti jabbing, trying to get the right hand in behind it. He's got an excellent hook as well. There's an example of it. Ivan Robinson scores with 3 punches there, but doesn't have the same impact as Gatti. Yet because Gatti is defensively vulnerable, Robinson has been willing to gamble. And that is what has brought this fight to its best moments. Both fighters looking for positioning here and stealing a couple seconds of rest. Big hook by Gatti. The uppercut underneath. Gatti does not jab his way in here.
Come on, we're holding. Stop working.
Robinson too tired to take advantage in that sequence. And after the break, it's Gatti going after Robinson. And there's a headbutt, shoulder butt, as both fighters are weary.
Okay, stop. Let his head out. Come on, Gatti. Walk it out. Walk it out.
This one now winding its way down to conditioning as the factor. Robinson lands with a nice hook. Robinson again with some good work. Flush shots on Gatti. Gatti rocked a little bit here, and he's tired. He could be in some trouble. His hands are all the way down by his side. How bizarre for Arturo Gatti. Cannot put his hands up. And you're just inviting the referee to stop it when you do that. Robinson is not a big puncher, but with Gotti's hands down, he certainly tried to take advantage. Now Gatti rushing at Robinson, and very undisciplined round here by Gatti. Can he use that to his advantage and score with a tremendous shot? fans are chanting, but it's been a good round, especially the last minute for Ivan Robinson. And we've got one round to go.
Sirius Satellite Radio brings you the most sports on the planet. Hear live games you can't get on regular radio from the NBA, NFL, and more. If it has a score, you'll hear it on Sirius.
First, you'll see the difference. Then, you'll taste it. Come in for our big seafood festival. This year, we're giving you the biggest shrimp we've ever served. It's called Colossal Shrimp, and we're preparing it your favorite ways. Or try other big favorites, like rock lobster tail, jumbo shrimp, and king crab legs. The big seafood festival is here, but not for long, at Red Lobster. Come see what's fresh today.
JVC, the leader in HD technology, featuring full 1080p LCD flat panel displays, is proud to present TSN HD.
It's a legendary matchup as Saku Koivu and the Montreal Canadiens battle arch rivals Vesa Toskala and the Toronto Maple Leafs, followed by Chris Pronger and the Anaheim Ducks versus the Sedin Twins and the Vancouver Canucks. Habs, Leafs, Ducks, Canucks. Tonight, the NHL on TSN. Hockey lives here.
There's Gatti coming in. Robinson with the shot to the temple, and here is Robinson with some excellent work in that last round. As he leans back, lands some tremendous shots there on Arturo Gatti. Final round action. Robinson and Gatti with the good sportsmanship. They know they've waged a crowd-pleasing battle. And although Gatti may have heavier punches and a knockdown, Robinson has been able to land with more flurries. So the judging of this will be interesting. Good right hand by Robinson. You'd have to suspect that this fight is on the line, up for grabs still in round 10. Because of the power of Gatti for a knockdown. And Robinson's boxing ability. That'd be a close fight either way. Gatti stalking here.
We got break, okay? Come back.
It will be interesting to see the post-fight reaction to Gatti as he comes on here. Robinson fires back. Gatti has taken tremendous shots again and may look to be vulnerable. Robinson was a decided underdog, 4-1, and has come on here and is a major threat to win this fight. Robinson landing some good, solid shots. Gatti has shown flashes of his old self, but not to the same degree as some other fights. And he's very much in danger of getting out-hustled and out-slicked here by Robinson, who continues to land some shots. And Robinson is hurt. So Gatti, this is his personality. He did it against Ruelas. Can he do it again? Robinson is staggering back. A hook by Gatti. Can Gatti get redemption? Can he take the judges out of it? Robinson on some shaky legs, and that's why these two figured to make a memorable bout. What an excellent display there by Gatti. He was being outboxed to that moment by Robinson. Robinson comes on. However you score this one at home, it should be interesting as Robinson stumbles again. A good finish, a standing ovation, and well-deserved. And this will boil down to did Arturo Gatti, did Gatti do enough in that 40 seconds of that round to outdo what Ivan Robinson had done previously? So, Gatti, as he did with the likes of Wilson Rodriguez, Gabriel Ruelas, making his opponent elevate a couple notches. And here is the left hook, which shook Robinson after Robinson had been doing some excellent work. Landing to the temple area. Robinson is doing a tattoo job there and gets caught with the gigantic Gatti hook. Then Gatti came on. That changed everything. The question will be, is it enough? Gatti had the power. Robinson had the volume. Gatti has a knockdown. Robinson had flurries. Very, very intriguing fight to score, and one which certainly lived up to its billing. For Robinson, as far as quickness, one of the best fights we've seen from him, and he threw off the suggestions of his corner. He did not fight laterally, moving laterally as much as they wanted, but he found something on the inside, and he went with it. What he found was the ability to score quickly on Gatti, and he did not have to score heavily. The punches he scored with were certainly enough to register points. I thought Robinson had a very slight edge, but we'll see how the judges call.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a split decision.
Not surprising.
Judge Ed Leahy scores it 96-93 Gatti. Judge Melvina Lathan scores it 98-93 Robinson. And Judge 96-94 to the winner by mighty Ivan Robinson.
Ivan Robinson, well-deserved victory. Out-hustling Arturo Gatti, surviving the end, and casting his role into the title picture. And Arturo Gatti took so much.
President's Choice Raptors basketball. Friday, the Cavaliers battle Chris Bosh and the Raptors. And then Saturday, the Raptors